Okay, so we filmed this and we thought that we never hit record, but really what happened is someone called me and it shut down our recording. So at the very end, it cuts off, but you'll still see the end result and it shows a lot of it. It just cut off the very tail end. So I hope that you guys can still enjoy it even though it got cut off, but you still get to see the end result. So I hope you guys watch it, and I'm sorry that it did that. I've heard people losing footage completely before or never hitting record, and so I just knew we didn't record any of it, but I'm glad that it did record. So anyway, sorry about that, but I hope you guys enjoy the video. What do you think about Cookie's hair?
Terrible.
Hi, I'm Melony.
Hi, I'm Molly, and welcome to our channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and thank you for being here with us today, or this evening, whatever time it may be. I feel like you've gotten in my head about, well, what if people are watching this in 3 years? Well, what if people are watching this, in the morning? What if they're in Australia? What if they're...
And we said, Happy New Year, and it was really Easter.
Overthinking it.
Yeah.
I am squashed over like this because I'm about to do her hair this video. I talked about, I don't know which video will be up first, but I got a new hair tool for Christmas, and so I'm going to do her hair. And it's raining outside, so I'm sorry if you hear any...
That sounded like thunder, but I believe that's Hattie.
Anyway, so I thought that I would do her hair and talk about 2021.
Oh.
Maybe a little bit. And Hattie may be in and out this video because...
It's all right. She's talking outside the door.
And we will try to not make this as long as it's really going to take. So there'll probably be some skips in my procedure.
Yes, please. Lots of editing.
Lots of editing. So anyway, all right. So I'm going to get started.
Okay. Shouldn't you brush it out?
No.
Oh, really?
I'm not going to start with it brushed.
Okay, because it's full of hairspray.
Whew. Oh, am I going to hurt you?
Well, it's got a lot of hairspray in it, and...
I brought 2 clips because I know that your hair is so thick. I didn't know if I was
Not
going to need
anymore.
2 clips. Well, yeah, I can tell that she thinned it out because of your hairstyle.
Well, yeah, but also my hair is just thinning out.
I gotta...
Age related.
Age related?
Mm-hmm.
I did bring Hattie's Christmas Little Mermaid.
Her Little Mermaid brush.
In case I did need to get any kind of chunks, but anyway.
All right, so we're going to talk about 2021.
Well, I really wanted to talk about like New Year's resolutions and if people do them, and if you don't do them, do you still do something similar and just call it something different?
Like, do you have any?
See, I've already got that thing kind of wound up. There we go. Well, yeah, like I've got some stuff that I would like to do this next year.
Yeah.
Like one thing that I was thinking of, and I mentioned it to Jonathan, and then I realized that I was making it about everyone, including me, when really it just should be me.
Oh, like what?
So, I love going ahead and like doing the Christmas names because we draw names in our family. And
so you're already ready to draw names?
Yes. And so I was thinking about, well, part of that is because if you have someone, when you go to the store and you think of them, and you're like, oh, that reminds me of so-and-so. I bet they would like something like that.
Yeah.
Well, if you have their name, then you go, I can get that. Even though it's July or whatever, you think, I'll get it and I'll put it back for their Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But, like, the year 2021 hadn't even got here yet.
I know.
And
so I was telling Jonathan, one of the things that I thought about doing, but I'm not. So if my family's watching this, I'm not trying to get them to do something.
Yeah.
Is I want to be more intentional this year with, I don't even know how to explain it.
We'll try.
My original thought was, okay, let's say I draw, Zach's name, Daisy's name, Sam's name, whoever for Christmas.
Yeah.
That the whole year, I would just be more intentional about texting them, praying for them, sending them a card. If I think of sending like a little gift card or whatever.
Well, that's a
and
sweet
telling my
idea.
family, hey, we should all do this. And take it as an opportunity to just make the year more intentional about that family member.
Yeah.
But then, like Jonathan, he's already really good about texting my family, way better about it than I am.
Yes.
I am not good about it. And so
He is good.
he's kind of like, well, that's already what I do. I'm like, that's true. And then I just realized it's something that is on my heart. I just need to do it. And so instead of doing the whole drawing names and being more intentional about one person, I'm kind of trying to figure out how to put a family member and a connect group lady each month on my little list that I want to be more intentional about praying for, encouraging. If I see something that I want to get them like a little gift, or it could be as simple as some chocolate and a candle or something.
Yeah.
I just want to do better about it.
I think that's a very, very good thing to think about.
And I don't want it to be overwhelming.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be like, oh, I'm a failure if I forget to do something on one day. So that's why I kind of want to have a month to pray for them, and then to give myself some time if I want to make a casserole or some kind of dinner and drop it by their house, or get a Starbucks gift card. I don't want to make it be something that I can't realistically do every month.
Yeah. I
So
think that's a great idea.
Kind of one of my things I'd like to do in the coming year.
I like it.
Yeah. Well, and you mentioned how you want to cook more.
Well,
I don't think I'm doing this exactly correctly. It'll all work out.
yeah, it'll work out. Yeah, I do, but I'm just going to start with the 2 ingredient recipes.
I like that.
I'm not going to start off with some kind of gourmet meal. And it's not like I didn't cook when you kids were growing up, because I did cook.
I know.
I just cooked big pots of stuff.
Well, you had 6 mouths to feed. And
It was just a conglomeration.
and so we always were fed.
Yeah, and
you
And
didn't
full.
ever really love cooking.
no,
right?
I can't say I loved it, because it just was something that needed to be done every day and quite a few times. And I never saw cooking as being creative. It just was something that I needed to get done. And I realized a lot of our meals were wrapped up with pasta and potatoes, things that were inexpensive but probably not necessarily all that healthy. But it tasted good, I think, because everybody ate it. But now that I'm older, I'm realizing that you can be creative and cook if a bunch of hungry children aren't standing there ready to eat. I can take my time more.
Yeah, but
And
it's not as much of a chore.
yeah, but
Because
it
for a
could
lot
be more of a fun thing, like the ice cream bread that we did.
Yeah.
And you can put the link in the description box. I had 2 ingredients. I still got it backwards in the beginning and
I
messed
know, I
up.
love that.
But still, 2 ingredients. So I thought I'll just go there and I can work myself up.
Yeah.
And I love to think about the days where people brought each other a cake or a pie.
Yeah, those are sweet days.
Yeah.
Not yet, baby. Thank you for asking.
Very soon.
I will let you know. Don't ask again. So difficult for...
It is. It would be for me too as a kid. I'd just be dying to get in here and see what was going on. I would.
Well, you'd mentioned something. I don't know if you actually said this in a video or not.
Yeah.
But for those of you who don't know, my mom, Melony,
Yeah.
also teaches my Connect group. And so, like, on Sunday morning, she teaches our class at church.
Yeah, and y'all are good to put up with that, because there's plenty other groups you could be in.
Well, I think people understand it, and they like having someone who's kind of been there before with all the kids, and so she teaches my peers, my age group. But you had mentioned before wanting to do better about like making a casserole and dropping it off to someone.
I say that every year.
You say it every year, and then it seems like last year at some point you finally realized that that's not who you are.
It's not.
And it's not that you can't do things if it comes to your mind and you want to do it.
Yeah.
But to put something unrealistic on yourself that really truly is not deep down who you are, that's just asking for failure and disappointment and discouragement.
Well, and I have been a failure and disappointment. If anybody's waiting on those casseroles
well, I think everyone
from 1994, I think every year I say it. This is the year I'm going to be that person who brings something by. Mm-mm.
I mean,
No.
yeah.
I mean, I should, but you know what, though? I did make everybody a concrete mushroom this
You
year.
did. You did.
I did some concrete crafts.
Yeah. And I think people can appreciate it for what it is.
But they couldn't eat it. So
some people who don't do New Year's resolutions, they might do a New Year's word. I'm looking in the mirror to see if you can see how your hair looks yet, but
no, I
kind of
can't
hard
see
to
it.
tell. They come up with a word. Now, you had a word at the beginning of last year.
Well, I forgot what my word was. Do you know what it was?
Maybe it wasn't a word. Maybe it was you wanted to be...
Oh, yes, it's almost... Yes, I'll have to really think on that.
I don't think the word was like flexible.
No.
Because you're a flexible
I am
person.
flexible.
But it was like more giving of your time or something? More free with your time?
Yeah, wasn't compassionate.
No, you're compassionate.
But there was some word like I was gonna, and maybe
More
it was
intentional?
I think it was just being more generous with my time with other people.
I remember it being, because it seems like as soon as you told me that, things were popping up. And it was like, Mom, can you help with this? Or grandmother, she's had her journey between going to her assisted living to now a nursing home, and anyways, there was stuff popping up with her too.
Oh, and then Bob and all the surgeries.
Yes, Bob, and you were like having to drive him, and you still do have to drive him from time to time.
Yeah. So I ended up that was part of my year.
Yeah.
Was being more generous with my time. The other part of it, though, I think you're supposed to have a good attitude about it.
Yeah, you did say from time to time that you had issues with that part of it, but...
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I know that there are people that I'm friends with on Facebook that they come up with a word instead of, like, a New Year's resolution. But that's not been quite...
Like what are some of their words?
Oh, it could be something like joyful or expectant or...
Yeah?
I mean, I've seen all kinds of stuff. So, I don't really have that going for me, but I have the generic, like, I am going to go to the gym, or I'm going to make healthier decisions. Like, that's a weekly occurrence, that desire, or monthly or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't really do New Year's resolutions. I feel like it sets me up for failure, and I hope that if Heather watches this, she won't get offended, but I'm going to mention at the beginning of last year how I am curious. I'm curious about people and how they do this, the New Year's thing. And she said that she had like 2 pages or something. Do you remember?
Yes.
For herself and for her
and
husband.
It was just the cutest
It was funny.
story. And he just sat there and he just kind of
yeah.
smiled. But she made his New Year's resolutions as well.
Yes. And I just thought, and I think I even mentioned to her, like, doesn't it just seem like you're setting yourself up for failure?
It was pretty intense. But knowing her, she probably pulled it off.
Who knows?
But I would love to make Bob some New Year's resolutions. You know, that puts a whole new twist on it, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
well, I guess maybe we should get together with our significant others.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
And say, hey, guess what, buddy?
Yeah, Bob, you make me some New Year's resolutions and I'll make you some, and then that could be very interesting.
Oh,
I might do that and share that.
In our class?
No, here with our people.
Oh, with our people?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
there's
see
no
what
telling.
and see what Bob came up for me.
Well, I know Jonathan, he hears me talk about my diet and stuff, and so I just say that because I don't want anyone thinking that he's on the other end of this going, I wish you'd go work out or whatever.
Oh, no, he's not that way at all.
No, he's not that way at all. But he hears me complain,
Yeah.
and he says, well, I know you'd probably feel better or have more energy instead of drinking your slim tea with energy in it if you just would wake up and go to the gym. And I have a gym membership, and I want to be the person that goes, but I just don't go.
Yeah.
So, like, he has it's kind of like a deal we have going on now where in January, I am going to try to go every single day for the month of January, and if I succeed, then he has to go with me to Target and spend like $50. And I'm excited about that.
Okay, so you're going to go to the gym and then he's going to go to Target?
He's going to have to go to Target with me to spend like $50 on whatever I want.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I don't know. He does little things like that for me, but like I don't think he has any goals for himself.
I'm sure he's going to love hearing this.
What?
I don't think he's got any goals.
Well, I don't think he does. And I need some kind of reward out of it
Yeah.
to make it enticing. That's just my personality. And I think that's a lot of people's personalities.
Yeah.
I need something to give me incentive. And apparently just taking care of myself to feel better is not incentive enough. Yeah. Do you think, did you ever, as a teenager, have New Year's resolutions or anything like that?
Probably.
Yeah?
Knowing me, I was very dramatic, so I probably did. Whether I kept them, I don't know.
I can't remember ever really making them. I think from an early age, I was just like,
Yeah.
whatever.
I think I made them, but I think they were always the same, pretty much the same thing.
Well, I think that they
It
are
was
for a lot
always-
of people.
It was always lose weight.
Yeah, I think that's...
And I'm just so over that being on there. I would rather it be more of a...
Did I burn you? Okay.
I'd rather it be more of a character thing. Like I'd like to
Yeah.
be kinder.
Right.
Or one of mine that's always been on my list that I have not accomplished, and I so would like to before I pass on, is I want to be more hospitable. I want to have people over. And I know the difference between, I don't want to entertain people. I don't want to have, parties or suppers or something to entertain. I want to, because when you do things like that, the focus tends to be on you and how good you're pulling it off. But
Yeah.
being hospitable has to do with the other person. I would like to be better about having other people over and thinking about them or their needs or their loneliness or their challenges or whatever they're going through at the time, and be a person who's not trying to impress with how my house looks or how cute everything, how cute my accessories are, or any of that, but where home would be a place where people really truly felt comfortable and cared about, and the focus was on them, not on not that I have anything fancy, but I'm saying it takes the focus off of you and it puts it on the other person.
Yeah.
How can I show hospitality, kindness, generosity to other people by inviting them into my home? Because sometimes you can get real prideful about your home and you want it to always look perfect and be clean, and you can spend years waiting till you get the perfect kitchen or the perfect new flooring or whatever it is, and then years go by and you miss out on good times and being able to be kind to other people because you're waiting on the perfect something, and there's not any perfect something. What is perfect to people is when you stop and you think about them and show some graciousness towards them, not towards your surroundings.
So I agree, and I like having a clean home. It's not always clean. I like having an organized home. I should say that. And because I think that there are some people who, I don't know, we're all just made so differently. So while there are people out there who look at it like it can become a place of pride, mine is just more for my sanity.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, but Molly, I think of you as very hospitable. You don't panic if someone comes to your house and comes in.
Oh, yeah. And part of that, though, is because I remember you telling me there was a girl that I knew my age, and she never wanted people over at her house because she was embarrassed by it.
Yeah.
And then whenever they moved, she was proud of their house, and she did want people over, but no one came because no one was used to going over to her house, and they kind of moved on, and And I just remember you kind of saying you don't need to be embarrassed by your home. If people don't remember that kind of stuff, they really do not.
You look beautiful.
Thank you, Hattie.
I found
Well-
this record here
Alrighty.
Why did you bring that, baby?
because.
What is that? Oh, okay. Can you go put that in your playroom, please?
What is that?
It's something that goes in your playroom.
Yeah,
Speaking of things having a place and being where they go. What?
what is this called again?
DVD.
DVD.
DVD. What
Well-
do you think about Cookie's hair?
Terrible. Actually good.
We have just spent 45 minutes of Molly using her new tool
It's still
on
hot,
my
so be careful.
hair. We had great conversation,
Goodbye.
and she showed you exactly how to use this to get this Shirley Temple goes through menopause look for my hair. And then we didn't hit go or record.
So we'll have to do it again.
I don't know.
Cookie, your cake up. Your cake up makeup.
Oh, Hattie. That is the sparkliest makeup I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, you just hit your head.
And you've got it right above both eyes. Come in here and sit. Here, scoot up.
Well, I just moved that over.
You moved what over? Here, move your chair up so you're sitting up here by me. And we'll practice a bit. You want to?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are you ready? Hi, I'm Cookie.
I'm Hattie.
What should we talk about today? Want to talk about eyeshadow? Because you're wearing eyeshadow today.
Let me get my makeup right back.